your house again today, okay? Thanks for always letting me come over.
Huh? You can't use my house. I told you not to just invite yourself over.
No, I've absolutely got to come over today, though.
You can't just do whatever you please like you did with my last car. I told you not to use my house. That means you definitely can't use it. Is that understood?
Aw, you're too cheap. You do know that's why no guys have ever been into you, right?
What are you talking about? I'm married.
Whether or not any dudes have ever been into you has nothing to do with the fact that you're married. A woman's got to keep working on her womanhood. You don't want your husband to get bored and leave you.
What does me letting you use my house have to do with me working on my womanhood? Whatever that's supposed to mean. Explain yourself, dum-dum.
Wow, you just instantly drop into bad-mouthing people like that? How unrefined. But I won't hate you for it. With that said, you probably should fix that stinginess. It's not very attractive.
I'm not stingy. I can't let you use my house. If I tell you why, will you drop it?
You're going to give me an explanation! That's so lame! You're always way too serious. My brother married the wrong woman. Do you have fun living like that? I can't imagine it. Seems like agony to me.
No, I don't have the same amounts of fun that somebody like you born to rich parents has. Your life must be just a blast, blowing their money on whatever frivolities enter your mind.
What's this now? Why are you disparaging the family I was born into? Didn't you marry a man born into that very same family? Isn't that the only reason you're living the good life now? Oh, could it be that you married my brother for the money? Oh, that's got to have been it, right? You know you won't be forgiven for that, right? You shouldn't marry people just to get ahead in life.
How could you possibly suggest that I married your brother for money? We met because the company that your parents run is a customer of the company that I run. I didn't go out of my way to marry for money. I was already making more than enough money to be happy.
What? You run a company?
Didn't you already know that?
It's not that. My parents have their own company? I never knew that.
You really didn't know that up until now?
All I ever knew was that for some reason my parents were rich. I never cared enough to learn why, though.
Wow. All you care about is their money. You don't care at all about what they do to earn it.
Caring is lame. What I think is that because they so selfishly brought me into this world, I deserve to be allowed to live however I damn well please. Doesn't that just make sense?
The levels of your selfishness are pretty shocking. I don't even know what to say.
You can't refute me because I'm right. It's wrong to force a life into being just because you want a child. As the wronged party, I deserve compensation. Doing whatever I want for the rest of my life is fitting enough compensation. Anyways, let's drink together tonight.
What? I can't do that. I have children and things to do in the morning. Besides, you just want to drink with your friends. Isn't that right, Susie?
Yeah, but I've got to let you drink with us if you're letting us drink at your place. Don't you think it'd be easier for everyone to relax if the owner of the house was there?
What? You're not coming to my place to drink. Haven't I already told you that you can't use my house?
What? I can't? Why'd you change your mind all of a sudden?
I've been telling you that you can't come this entire time. You can't use my house any longer. Don't come over here.
Ah, God, you're really annoying.
Why do you think you need to say something like that to me?
I'm the one who invited a boring lady like you to drink with me out of social obligation. And you're going to act like this? Picking a fight is just going to hurt the both of us.
All I'm doing is telling you that I'm not going to let you use my house to party with your friends.
You married into the McCoy family, so shouldn't your assets be shared with your family? If you can't understand something so basic, you and my brother should just get divorced already. You're such a boring lady. You're just so lame.
If you think you're just going to send a message off to my husband, selfishly whining and pretending to be the one who is being attacked, you're going to be in for a world of surprise. You're the one who doesn't understand the most basic of concepts.
This is just because you're cheap, isn't it? Anybody would be getting ticked off just from being around somebody as cheap as you.
What are you talking about? Nobody would be angry about being told that they can't come over to somebody else's house to drink with their friends. I'm the one who should be pissed off because you made plans with people I don't know to drink in my house without my permission.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! God, I hate you! Why won't you just keep your stupid mouth shut? You're so annoying! I've been telling you that I have to come over. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm really getting ticked off with your stinginess. I'm going to remember this.
Why are you freaking out?
Chris, are you done with work?
Didn't I tell you not to call me Chris? I don't like being called Chris. I'm finishing up now. What's the matter?
I'm sorry for everything I said earlier. I didn't mean it. I might have said a bit too much. I'm really sorry.
Well, you don't really sound like you've atoned all that much, but I'll forgive you.
By the way, I don't have enough alcohol, so would you mind stopping at the store and picking us up some?
Could it be that you've only apologized to me because you want to use me to run around for you and thought you needed to put me in a better mood to do so?
I'd never do something like that. Don't be silly. Anyways, thanks so much. About 10 beers should be good.
I'm definitely not going to do that. But just out of curiosity, where are you?
Duh, I'm at your house, Chris. Didn't I tell you this afternoon that I'd be having drinks at your house? I thought you were headed back here anyways, so it wouldn't be much trouble at all, yeah?
What? Why are you at my house? How many times did I tell you that you couldn't come to my house? All I've been saying to you all day is that you can't invite yourself into my house so that you can drink with your friends.
No, I thought we already talked about this. It's fine. Can you just pick up some beer?
You've put me in a really difficult position. I told you I didn't want strangers in my house.
I didn't know that. I'm at your place drinking with 10 of my friends right now. We spilled some beer on the carpet. You'll forgive me, right?
We just moved from there last month. You aren't at my house.
Oh no, that's bad. Can you just bring the beer though? Oh my god, help me!
Help you? Did something just happen? Can you just get out of that house right now? It's not a place for you and your friends to get drunk. It's not even my home anymore.
What? Are you asking me to send the people you don't know home?
Yes, send them home. Right now.
Wouldn't that just be like so lame though? I can't do that.
What? It isn't your house. I don't care if you don't want to do something. It isn't your choice. You can't be there.
Well, I think if you just drank with us, you could get to know everybody though. Doesn't that sound better? It'd be a lot more cool if you just did that. I get it if I was asking you to come drink with some old fart though. That'd be the worst.
Where is your complete lack of common sense going to get you, Susie? You are breaking and entering. You do know that, right?
Breaking and entering? Isn't that a crime?
For instance, how would you feel if you went home and some people you had never met were drinking in your house? What would you do? Wouldn't you call the cops?
What are you saying? Obviously, I'd just start drinking with them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
You truly are incredible. I'm at a complete loss trying to speak to you. Anyways, you're currently committing a crime, so I'm going to have to call the police to do something about this.
You're going to call the cops? Don't you think you're acting a little over the top? What's the problem with what's going on? There's no need to get me arrested, you know?
I'm definitely going to make sure you get arrested. You need to learn a lesson. It'll be much simpler than you can possibly imagine to get you arrested for what you've done.
Seriously? That'll be a giant pain in the butt, though. Chris, you should try being a bit more carefree.
Did you really think it'd be fine for you to drink at a house you weren't invited to with 10 other people?
But don't you think it'd be better to just let things play out naturally if it's going to be like this? They might even sympathize with you for having to put up with such a stupid kid like me, right?
That is pretty insane logic. Even if it could go well, I told you not to do this, and you did it anyways. You've committed a crime, so now you must face the consequences like an adult.
I've committed a crime. The only reason I've committed a crime is because you moved without telling me, right?
No, you're committing a crime because you are in a house uninvited drinking alcohol with your friends. Are you stupid? Were you dropped as a child?
I can't believe you would move without telling me beforehand. It's all your fault if this really isn't your home any longer. What are you going to do to solve this problem?
It's not my problem. It's your problem. I have done nothing wrong. The one in trouble is you. So the one who has to deal with the trouble is you.
No, this is your fault. So the one in trouble is you. Just do something about this. You deceived me into using this house. The only reason I'm here is because you led me to believe that this was your home.
I told you over and over again not to come to that house.
I didn't know. I only just learned that you don't live here. This is all your fault. I guess I'll be fine if the cops do come, given it's all your fault anyways.
What is okay about your situation? You showed up at some random person's house because you thought it was where your brother lived, but you were told not to come. So it'd be the same thing if it were still our house. Anyways, you should get out of there before the current owners get back.
Well, they haven't come home yet, so they probably just aren't coming home today, right?
What is wrong with you? Like, seriously, how can you be so unconcerned? You're going to be in a lot of trouble if they show up, so just leave now. What are your other friends saying?
Huh? I haven't really said much of anything. I mean, why would I? The second I tell them, nobody will be all too concerned.
Are you all idiots?
You shouldn't say things like that about people you haven't met. You can call me stupid, but if you pick on my friends, I'm not going to forgive you. I'll beat you up if you start running your mouth about my friends. Got that?
Oh, your friends are quite important to you, huh? I'm certainly very sorry for having made fun of them. Let me try to convey the situation to your friends to prove that they aren't stupid.
I just told them! You're so annoying.
And how did they react?
They really seemed pissed off, but why would that be?
It sounds like at least your friends have decent enough heads on their shoulders.
They've already all started to leave. They haven't even paid me back for the beers. I don't get what the hell is going on here. Why are they all leaving?
It seems that they've tossed you to the curb. You might be shocked, but what did you think was going to happen?
What? I thought they were my friends, though. I'm all alone.
Don't worry about that. You should just start heading home yourself. If you happen to bump into the new owners, I don't know what could happen to you.
No! I thought I was going to stay the night, so I've already removed all of my makeup. I can't go out without makeup on.
That's not the thing to be concerned with right now. Get out of the house before the new owners get back and call the cops on you.
That's not what I'm worried about now. I've lost all of my friends. What am I going to do? I have no friends. I'm so alone.
You're really getting on my nerves at this point. I'm going to call the cops right now. You won't take what I'm telling you seriously, so this is the only way.
No, it's fine. The new owners just got back.
What? They're home?
Hey! Help me!
What happened?
They grabbed me and locked me in a room. They've called the cops. They're saying they're going to press charges. They've told me to contact my family for now. They're so pissed off. I'm so scared. What's going to happen to me?
So you decide to contact me? You knew about all of this already. I'm not coming to help you. Deal with it yourself.
What? Why? Are you abandoning me too?
I tried to help you over and over and over and over again, but you never listened to a single word I have to say, no matter how many times I repeat myself. This is all your fault. Every aspect of this is on you. You said damn to the consequences, and now the bill has come due. You must deal with the consequences to your own actions on your own.
But this has gotten really out of hand. I don't know what to do. I'm really scared.
Well, I know what I'm going to do. I don't know you any longer. Don't speak to me. I'm going on a trip out of the country tomorrow, so there's nothing I could do even if I wanted to.
Then what should I do? What's going to happen to me now? I'm terrified.
You're going to be arrested. Then you'll be charged. Finally, you'll be forced to pay for any and all damages. You'll have to pay for anything like the beer you spilled on their carpet, and you'll probably be fined in some manner for just breaking the law.
Really? You've got to help me. I don't have the money to pay for all of that.
Why would I do that? Contact your parents. Why are you contacting me? I don't even like you.
My parents already told me to stop contacting them. They cut ties with me. I don't know what to do with myself. They told me they were disowning me, but what does that even mean?
It means they want nothing to do with you. You aren't going to get any money from them when they die, and they aren't going to help you while they're alive. They've decided to rid themselves of your irritating presence.
Really? Then there really is nobody who will help me?
Yeah, nobody is going to help you. It's too bad, but it'll probably end up being for the best.
That's such a mean thing to say! How can you just abandon somebody like that? I'm begging you! Help me! The cops will be here any minute now. I don't want to be arrested. I can't afford to have to pay any fines or damages.
I've already checked into a hotel near the airport, so I can leave first thing in the morning. It's really too bad, but you're going to have to figure this all out on your own.
Right. Maybe I've got a friend who can help me. Huh? They've kicked me out of our group message. What if they all blocked me too?
They all might have just been after your money in the end. You lost everything in a single night, huh?
They were just friends with me for my money. That can't be true.
So, how much money do you have on you now?
How much? I've hardly got any money on me right now. I don't have much in the bank either. That's why I'm begging you for help. I'm doomed if I have to handle this myself.
I guess it'll be the perfect chance to repent. Maybe you'll come out of this a changed woman and start working seriously.
Am I going to have to look for a job? What am I going to do?
Obviously, you're going to have to look for a job, but you're going to have to work full-time. If your parents have disowned you, you're going to have to start making money to pay rent, too. With your cost of living, damages, and fines, you're going to have a lot to pay. You might even need 2 jobs, you know? Do you think you can make enough money from a part-time job alone?
It really costs that much?
I mean, you broke into an expensive house, you know? I can't even begin to guess how much damage you've done to it, and you've never had to pay any of your bills before now. You're definitely going to have to work 2 jobs to cover all of this, especially with your lack of experience. You won't be able to get very high-paying jobs.
Serious? Are you telling me that I've just turned into a lowly commoner?
You're not a lowly commoner. You're a criminal. Much, much lower.
Help me! Chris, you're the only one in the whole world who can help me. I've already been abandoned by both my friends and my family. My life is already over.
Can you stop calling me Chris? My name is Christine. I know there is no value to pulling you out of the fire you set around yourself.
I don't want to be arrested. You've got to help me.
How about trying to cry to the police? Maybe they'll give you a break. You're a cute little girl after all. You already took off your makeup though. I guess they won't be fooled. After that, the police came, and the owners of the house pressed charges against Susie. The damage to the house was much worse than just spilling beer on the carpet. The damages she ended up getting charged with were very high, and she was given a decently high fine as well. It sounds like she tried to contact her parents many times, but they never returned her calls. It sounds like they wouldn't even let her pass the front gate of their house to see her, let alone give her any sort of help. She also asked the friends she had been drinking with for help, but I heard they never replied to her messages. She thought she would just live every day of her life partying and having fun, but this marked the end of that sort of lifestyle. I guess this is the result of using everybody around you to the maximum possible extent. However, I did feel slightly responsible for this incident. I went to the home to directly apologize to the new owners. They were really good people. Based on what Susie had said, I imagined that they were extremely upset about the whole affair and might fly off the handle at me. I thought when I would try to explain the situation to them, the second I turned up at their house, the wife would just deck me. But nothing of the sort happened. I was really quite shocked and relieved that they turned out to be as nice and understanding as they were. They told me that Susie was apparently working 3 different part-time jobs to pay off the debt she owed to them. It seems like a hard existence, but it might be necessary for her to grow as a person. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content. So, how'd it turn out with that unborn fetus of yours? Is it taken care of? Seeing you fly in the air after getting kicked in the stomach was really a work of art. Haha! Knowing the quality of genes that it got from its parents, I'm guessing it died instantly.
Excuse me? Who are you?
It's me, the creator of the beautiful performance art at the company get-together today. I can't get a hold of your husband at all. I went out of my way to find your contact info. Congratulations! You now have a direct line to the CEO of your husband's company.
You're the animal who kicked me in the stomach?
Hey, I'm not an animal. Do I need to remind you who you're speaking to? I'm the CEO of the company that your husband works at. And also, don't you know that unborn fetuses have no rights? So whatever is done to it, it's no problem.
I can't believe you have absolutely no remorse for what you've done. I can't believe that you contacted me to gloat rather than to apologize. This is really incredible.
Haha. So I guess since you're fiddling with your phone, it means you've already taken care of the fetus.
Can you stop referring to it as my fetus? It's my child. Please refer to her as my child. We had an ultrasound at the hospital to check on her. She's going to be fine.
What? It's still alive? Dang, I guess it turns out what they say about cockroaches is true. It wasn't just a myth. Oh, and sure, I'll stop calling it a fetus.
You're disgusting. Do not refer to my child as a cockroach. Do you have any idea how angry we are? You have shown absolutely no remorse. I have never witnessed such a disgusting, evil person.
Disgusting? Evil? Oh, you're angry? And I should care because why? What exactly is going to happen if you're angry? A whole lot of nothing, right? In fact, let's have a petition to see who cares. Okay. Kidding aside, I'm a generous person. And just so you'll stop being a pain in the neck, I'll pay you $100 as compensation for any damage that may have been inflicted on your child. And for kicking you personally, I'll throw in $10. So a total of $110. I'm too generous. That's what you wanted, right? Money?
You're saying that the danger you inflicted on my child's life is only worth $100? Are you being serious? How can you put a monetary value on the life of a child?
We're talking about your child, right? Normies beget normies. What's the value of NPC life? $110 is more than enough.
I can't believe how you're treating the family of one of your own employees. We're not NPCs. We are living, breathing, thinking people.
It's precisely because he's my employee. My employees are my slaves. Corporate livestock. The offspring of company livestock is basically on the same level as the offspring of a dog or cat.
I can't believe what you're saying. You're planning on getting married and starting a family, right? The announcement of your engagement was so beautiful. And I presume you may intend on becoming a father. So how is it possible that you could say such awful, hideous things?
Yeah, we're going to get married and start a family. So what? My fiancée is the daughter of the founder of the Superconducting Matrix Corporation. It's one of the fastest-growing tech companies in America right now. If we do have kids, the quality of our genes is on another level from that of normies like you. Don't even try to compare a child of the pleb underclass with the child of a CEO thoroughbred.
All lives are equal. No one gets to decide whose life is worth more than someone else's. And that goes for an unborn child, too.
What an angel you are! And a naive one, too. Nothing is fair or equal when it comes to human life. There are the peons at the bottom and the elites at the top. Didn't you know?
That doesn't mean that it's okay for the people at the top to do anything they want to the people at the bottom.
Actually, that's exactly what it means.
It's important that people who are at the top help to pull up the people who are below. That's the only way we are going to have a fair and equal society.
Spoken like a true peon. Of course you'd be one of those people talking nonsense about equality. In the real world, the world we live in, there's no such thing as equality. The nature of things is that there are people at the top and others groveling at the bottom like insects. People like me help keep things in balance. It's the natural order of things. Hierarchy. There's no use in fighting against nature. Do not even think of preaching to me as if you are better than me.
I will absolutely never forgive this. Life is not a game of chess with pawns and kings. There are things like morality, family, love, happiness. Can't you understand that?
All I did was a little performance art at the company get-together. That was my happiness. I can just feel the self-fulfillment bubbling inside of me as I climb Maslow's pyramid. Haha. Your stubborn cockroach of a child is still alive, and I can't imagine what you possibly have to complain about.
Kicking a pregnant woman in the stomach is an act of pure evil. Do you have a soul? How could you do something so heartless? We are definitely going to sue you.
I keep telling you, the lives of normies aren't worth anything. Even if you were to give birth to the child, it would be worthless. There is nothing to sue for.
What on earth are you saying?
To put it differently, there's no benefit to society in bringing more normies like you into this world. I said I would pay $100 for any potential damage I did to your child, so be content.
How dare you! I've never seen someone say such outrageous things in all my life!
Don't make such a big deal out of just a little kick to the stomach. Oh, and don't sue, or I'll have your husband fired.
You'll have my husband fired? Are you sure about that? Do you not know who my father is?
Why would I even care about the father of a societal recluse like you?
He is a major shareholder of your company.
There you go again, making up more nonsense. Nice try. Next time, go for something more convincing, though.
Whether you decide to believe it or not is your problem. But I am telling the truth.
Your last name is Davis. We don't have anyone with that last name among my company's major shareholders.
My last name changed when I got married. My maiden name is Flemington. My father's name is Edward Flemington.
Ed Flemington? That's the name of our majority shareholder. How did you find out his name?
I'm telling you, he's my father. I also found out recently that he's the majority shareholder of your company. He was surprised when he found out that my husband is working at the same company. I was keeping it from him because I was worried it might cause my husband trouble if my father knew. And my husband is firmly against receiving any kind of nepotistic special treatment.
No way. There's no way you're the daughter of Ed Flemington.
It's hard to believe, isn't it? Hard to believe that you would dare to hurt the daughter of your company's majority shareholder.
About that.
Also, there's no use in threatening that we shouldn't go to the police. My husband is already at the police station filing a report.
What? That's so quick!
That's why he was too busy to respond to your messages. He's probably still filling out the paperwork at the police station.
So, about that. When I said that it was a side performance at the gathering... Oh, this is embarrassing. I wasn't really serious. It's just my sense of humor. Please don't take this all too seriously.
Oh, so you're suddenly acting different from how you were before, now that you know who my father is? It seems like you've undergone quite the change. And I don't recall you referring to it as a side performance. I believe your exact words were performance art. You thought it was art. You were reveling in the memory of what you had done.
I'm telling you, it's my sense of humor. You have heard of dark humor, haven't you?
Don't even begin to try to explain all of this away as your sense of humor. You have no idea how angry I am right now. Absolutely no one is laughing at your dark humor. You're just a lowlife.
Oh, I beg to differ. You just don't get my style of humor. Anyway, we need to recognize the fact that you've been arguing this whole time in bad faith. You should have told me sooner that you're Ed Flemington's daughter. I'm sure I would have treated you and your child more appropriately at the company get-together.
Oh, really? You would have been more appropriate to the child in my belly, who has the genes of a pleb?
Oh, surely you don't think the stuff I said about that applies to you, right? I mean, you're the daughter of Ed Flemington, my majority shareholder. You're no pleb. However, I'm truly sorry that I made you think that. I'm deeply sorry and sincerely apologize. I mean it. I'm sorry for kicking you.
Never in my life have I heard words that I believed so little. I don't think you have any ounce of remorse, and my father is seething with rage.
Your father? He knows about all this?
Of course he does. He's saying he's going to hold a shareholder meeting to demand your resignation.
What? That's really not called for.
A worthless piece of scum like you doesn't deserve to be a CEO. Those were his words. He called you a worthless piece of scum.
A worthless piece of scum? That's going too far, isn't it?
No, it's not. My goodness, you're worse than just subhuman. You said I'm on the level of a dog or cat. Well, then you're a cockroach or a rat. A pest that needs removal. You kicked a pregnant woman for crying out loud.
I can't believe you're saying that to me. If you're going to be like that, then I'm going to teach you a lesson.
How are you going to do that? You've already assaulted me once.
Get ready for it. Because I won't put up with being forced to resign without a fight. If you try to force me to resign, I'm going to destroy the company.
Again, how are you going to do that?
Did you forget? My fiancée is the daughter of the founder of a major conglomerate. We'll crush you with everything we've got. If you don't want that to happen, then you better knock it off.
You're trying to threaten me with that? Even though you're definitely not going to be able to get married with her?
Huh? What do you mean I'm not going to be able to get married with her? Of course I'm going to marry her.
Your fiancée is the daughter of the founder of the Superconducting Matrix Corporation, right?
Yep, you got that right. I bet you're freaking out right now.
Actually, I think you're the one who should be freaking out.
What? What do you mean?
When the wife of the founder of the Superconducting Matrix Corporation was pregnant, she was kicked in the stomach by someone on the street. She lost her first child in a miscarriage. That child would have ended up being your brother-in-law if you also got married as you had planned.
What? She never mentioned that story to me.
It's difficult to share something like that with others. It was so awful. It was even in the newspapers at the time. My mother just happened to read about it in the paper and told me about it.
No way. What are the chances of that?
Do you honestly think that after kicking a pregnant woman in the stomach, that you could possibly marry into their family and become one of the heirs to their wealth?
There's no way that's happening.
Oh, so you finally understand the situation. Amazing. There is a sliver of hope for you after all.
You misunderstand me. There's no way that I'm going to get in trouble with their family. Let's see. You wouldn't happen to have any evidence of all these things that you're alleging that I did today, would you?
Evidence?
You've been going to the police, right? Even though you have no evidence? Maybe you should have thought that one out first. See, I've got nothing to worry about. You don't even have evidence to begin with. According to me, you and your husband are just liars trying to extract money from the CEO of the company where he works.
Actually, it turns out that we do have evidence of what you did. Not just evidence. Proof.
What? No way. What could you possibly have?
The vice president of the company took a video at the company get-together. She sent it to me, saying to use it as evidence to give to the police. It's a video of you kicking me in the stomach and then tossing a $10 bill over me while I was on the ground and saying, "That should do it."
What? How could she do that? Is she always taking video of everything that everyone does? What kind of creep is she? This is obviously a plot to get me ousted from my position as CEO. You guys are just plotting to get me to lose my job, aren't you?
No. There's no way for you to get out of this, so don't even try. She was just recording footage of the actions of a barbaric demon. Or rather, she decided to take an action in the name of justice rather than to simply serve as your pawn. How could it be a plot anyway? We would have had to accurately predict that you were going to do something awful at the get-together today.
So you gave that video to the police?
Of course we did. We received a document for registering damages, and the next step is for you to be arrested. They haven't arrived yet? I think they should be there any minute.
Wait, hold on a second. I can't get arrested right now. Getting arrested will be a big problem for me right now. There's got to be some way for this to not be found out by my fiancé. After all the harm you're causing me, won't you at least help me out with that?
How can you even ask that? After all you said to me?
I'll even resign from my CEO position for you. That will also satisfy your father, right? If the Superconducting Matrix company is taken from me, I'll be nothing.
I hope you disappear. You're a total scumbag.
Don't say things like that to me. I've been properly thinking about what I did. I realize now that what I did was wrong. I'll raise the payout for you to $1,000. How is that? Then it will be okay, right?
Look at yourself. You're absolutely pathetic.
Even though you're the daughter of someone with a lot of investments, you're just a housewife, right? It must be tough for the two of you to get by on just your husband's salary. I'm actually the kind of person who is attentive to what's going on with the people under me. That's why I said I would give you $1,000. Just don't tell the people at the Superconducting Matrix Corporation about what happened at the company get-together.
I think that word has been going around quite a bit already. And how on earth could you think of yourself as being attentive? You're the scumbag CEO who refers to his employees as corporate livestock. You were saying that the children of employees are on the same level as the offspring of dogs and cats. But that didn't even make sense either. I would never treat a puppy or kitten the way you treated me. You don't kick puppies and kittens, do you? You know what? Don't even answer that. I probably already know the answer. I hope even the likes of you would have some kind of limit.
Huh. I'm getting sick of listening to your blabber about this, that, and the other. By the time you're finished, we'll be too old to have children anyway. Anyway, I properly apologized already. It's all water under the bridge. Let's start over from the beginning.
You have to be joking. And to insult me now at the same time that you're asking us to forget about what you did? Just talking with an idiot like you is such a waste of time. Enjoy getting arrested and having your engagement fall to pieces.
No, I'm telling you. I can't be arrested. So please, help me. That's what I've been saying, right?
Even if I wanted to, which I don't, it's already too late. The video has already been sent to your fiancé's father.
What? How do you have his contact info?
Oh, you didn't know? No, of course not. You know nothing. My father is also a major investor in the Superconducting Matrix Corporation. So of course we have the contact info for the founder.
So that means that, whether I'm arrested or not, there's no way I'm going to get my hands on that company.
That's right. Now you're getting it. No matter what you try to do, no one can trust you anymore after what you've done. No one thinks you could possibly change for the better anytime soon.
You guys are coming after me way too hard. To think that all of this is because of some fetus that hasn't even been born yet.
I told you not to refer to my daughter as a fetus, and you agreed not to. I hope that jail time will make you begin to understand a bit about the importance of a budding new life.
I'm not going to jail. What I did wasn't even that bad. Everyone's still alive, right?
Well, this is something that you should have understood from the beginning. You're still going to rot in jail.
Crap. For me to become another one of the plebs. This is something I never anticipated. This can't happen.
Maybe you weren't worth as much as you thought to begin with. Turns out there isn't any benefit to society in worthless scum like you being born. After that, the video that was sent to us by the Vice President was used as the primary evidence in getting a warrant for the arrest of the scumbag CEO. It appears he was taken into custody without incident. The CEO of the Superconducting Matrix Corporation and his wife were glad that the truth about him was exposed for all to see. They also said that they want to do a new business deal through my husband. They quickly replaced Dave with a new CEO and immediately went into damage control. After fixing the damage from how the previous CEO used to whimsically boss everyone around, she established a new management system that seems great so far. My husband was promoted to department head thanks to the success of the new business deal with the Superconducting Matrix Company. They were laughing and saying that at this rate, my husband will easily become a top-level executive there soon enough. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more.